Hello everyone, this is Astocky here. I guess welcome to the first episode of my actual Let's Play of TerraFirma Craft. In the last episode, well, I guess I was just doing a bit of a highlight of this mod to kind of show people what TerraFirma Craft was about and just to see if you guys liked the idea of it. You guys really seem to like the idea of it, so what I thought I might do is actually start a Let's Play on it. And the reason I'm not going to continue with my last game is there's a number of things that are really quite critical to getting started that I just didn't do. So what I'm going to do now is restart and do things properly. And what I'm looking to do is probably about one episode a week of this. And maybe in my spare time, if I get a bit of spare time, maybe play it a bit more. But I guess we'll kind of play it by ear a bit and see how things go. I've spawned in a pretty good area here. That's a swamp biome over there, which has those big trees, which I think are willow trees. And then there's a number of these other more regular Minecraft looking trees. Now, part of the reason why the last area that I spawned was not as good as it could be is I spawned in an area with a lot of different kinds of, I guess, trees and things that were not ideal trees for getting started. They were trees that grow quite slowly and trees that don't burn as well as they could and don't drop many saplings. So it was going to be, I guess, a fairly hard area to manage the resources to keep going. So what I'm going to do is start here where I obviously have more trees of good kinds, and let's just see if I can get a bit of a good start going. The other reason is that just by having a bit of a look at the kind of ores that I was finding, I wasn't finding ores that were going to work out very well for me. So what I'm going to do now is create myself 4 flint tools, because I'm going to need 4 flint tools to be able to make my first crafting table. And then I'm just going to get lots of logs. So these trees are oak. And I've actually been to the wiki and I've printed off myself lots of good information about, well, different things. So oak is a very hard tree that burns very long and has a high burning temperature. The saplings grow really slowly, but that's made up for by just how useful they are in terms of what you get out of them when you burn them. So they're going to be excellent for campfire and probably not that good for making charcoal. But yeah, like I said, excellent for working in the campfire to be able to cook food and things like that. So that was a really good start. What you really want to try and find as much as you can for making charcoal and things is some of the trees that have a fast growth rate. So you want to find things like the willow or the sycamore or the pine tree, which have a fast growth rate. And like I said, I believe those spindly sort of swampy looking ones are actually willow trees. So that's what I'm looking for. I guess this is going to be another Let's Play where I'm going to end up spending a lot of time around the swamps. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Come on. The other reason why I don't think I was going to end up doing that well in that last Let's Play is because of the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of food that spawned around me. So at least in this case... Where are you? Oh, you're a sheep as well. Maybe there's not going to be much food here either. Lots of sheep. Pig. A couple of pigs. And ink sac. I'm going to need ink sacs as well. So that's actually quite good. Just getting myself lots and lots of saplings and sticks here. Because that's something else that I found out is like super important. Because when the trees break, they don't necessarily drop all the saplings and things that they normally would. So you've got to kind of go through and punch the tree to pieces before you cut it down. So I'm going to have lots of sticks really soon. That's going to be excellent. What I'm really hoping I can do this episode is get to the stage where I'm making my charcoal pit again, but this time I'm going to do it right, because I've found out since last time that I did it that what I did was not right, that there's a much better way of doing it. How are we doing now? Lots and lots and lots of oak, which is really good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just come over here, perfect. Lots of pigs. Now I don't want to kill them all. So I really do want to have the chance of breeding them. Because food is just going to become so much more important in this Let's Play. Ah, he didn't give me any pork. Okay, I'm going to have to get this guy then. Pretty sure it drops some pork then. Perfect. One piece of pork though, that's not ideal. But at least I'm not going to run out of food like I did last time. So what I'm going to do is just gather a few more... Actually, what I might do just quickly is come over here and show you this willow tree. So you can see, for starters, it's a giant tree, so there's going to be lots of sticks and saplings. Now the other thing that I'm doing a little bit differently this time, because I guess I've planned ahead a bit better, is now I have, I've just installed NEI, so that's going to allow me to look at some of the items and some of the things that are in here and just have a bit better of an idea how to craft them. So let's bring this tree down and see what we get out of it. So we should have got lots. Let's see how we did. We got yeah, quite a lot of willow wood there, which is really good. And like you saw that I got a couple of saplings from it as well. So I'm going to replant this willow, because like I said, willow are excellent trees. And I'd like to get just another sapling or two first before I cut this one down. Kind of at least one sapling per tree is what you're after, because you really want to be able to continue to replace the wood that you're using as you use it. But it looks like I might not get that chance. Definitely doing good for the sticks, but just fortunately it's not looking like that. There we go, perfect. So we'll cut this down and then place the sapling back down. So put the sapling back down where it came from. And starting to get a little bit hungry, so I think it's now time for a campfire. Yeah, just down here on the beach is going to be good. So, just like last time, we need 2 sticks together for a fire starter, and then we need to place at least 3 sticks on the ground. So, 1, 2, 3, and then let's click on that and see if we can get it to go. They're perfect. Almost went through my whole fire starter then. So let's take these willow logs, because we have heaps of them, and let's start by cooking this pork chop up. So you can see the pork chop is currently cold, and you see that as the fire gets warmer, the pork chop will start warming, and eventually it will cook all the way up. And while it's doing that, I'm just going to get some more saplings hopefully. Definitely going to end up with lots and lots of sticks here. That's okay, because once I go mining I'm going to need lots and lots of torches as well. How hard is it to get one sapling back? Come on. And how I'm doing over here. Oh, there, one cooked pork chop. So I'm going to... got to cook them one at a time. It's like you're holding the torches in the fire. But you can see the fire has started to warm up. The downside with willows is their burn length is medium and their burn temperature is low, so they don't actually do a very good job of I guess being wood in a fire. But we don't discriminate, because once we go to make charcoal, their wood's going to work just perfectly, and having lots and lots of them is going to be a beautiful help. Okay, here we go. Place that down there. You can see that I'm rapidly filling my inventory. Whoa, that grew back immediately. That's pretty good luck actually, that won't normally happen. So let's put some of these oaks down, because they will take quite a while to grow back, so we don't want to, I guess, end up with them not growing. Got some chicken here. chicken is in the campfire. Come on. Excellent. I am going to need feathers soon, so getting those feathers is fantastic. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my torches. I'm going to light up just a little bit around here, just to make sure that nothing too evil and too unkind spawns. At least if it does spawn, it doesn't spawn too close to me. Like I said, we've got plenty of wood for that fire, so it shouldn't take too much effort to warm it back up. Cook some more sticks up. While I'm doing that, going to eat my pork chop. And then just here, I'm going to start digging. Now, something that's very interesting about this mod that I didn't touch on in the last episode is that the world will collapse. So if I take this piece of dirt here out, the piece of dirt that's above it will fall down. The only thing keeping the piece above it together is the fact that it's held, basically the grass is holding it together. So that chicken just wants to be cooked, I can just tell. So it's cold chicken, starting to warm up. Hopefully I won't need too much more oak. Sorry, willow. Throw another 2 pieces in there because I really don't want to run out. But you can get the idea that very quickly this could become very, very dangerous. Wonder if that tool's any faster. Not really. I think. Yeah, there we go. I've actually hit some stone now, so that's good. Because obviously stone is good, because stone won't cave in. Unless, of course, you're not careful when you mine the stone, in which case the stone does actually cave in this game. I call it, I guess I say, this game, because it's not your normal sort of regular Minecraft. This is it is really a bit different, so that's... Apparently I can't throw eggs and spawn chickens. I wonder if I can cook eggs and eat them. Warming. Maybe eggs are food. Warming with a little star beside it. I don't actually know what that means. 3 lots of warming. Hot egg? I'm gonna quickly look up egg. And cooked egg. So there we go, look at that. I can actually cook and eat eggs. So perfect. So in that case, I'm going to keep you chickens around. I did not know that I could eat eggs. So yeah, so now that I've done that, the very next thing I'm going to need to do is get some stone. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to need to get some stone. So we'll come in here. I don't want to break that. I want to keep that tool. So we'll use this. Because we need to use a tool to break stone into cobblestone. You can't use your fist. Although you can still use your fist to dig dirt, so it's not... I guess it's not 100% different from Minecraft. I'm going to get some dirt and then come back. So, back soon. Okay, just bringing the video back for you because Mr. Creeper has found me. Well, so see what I did then where I actually hit him with my tool. I almost broke my tool in one hit. So, it's very important to not hit creepers with your tools. It's very important to also watch what you're doing because that creeper almost snuck up on me. And almost got me. So, unlike, I guess I've seen a couple of videos of this online since I've been searching, and something that some of the videos were able to do is actually craft stone swords. Now, I've checked it out, and stone swords are in NEI, but they're not actually a craftable item, so they've kind of been taken out of the mod now that you can't craft them. So that's, I guess that was kind of added for the sake of realism, but making a sword is a little bit more difficult than just throwing a couple of pieces of stone together. But now that I've got what I need, I just want to keep that fire burning, don't want it to go out. What I was going to do is take these 4 tools of mine, and I'll use willow because I have the most of that. Okay. Create 4 planks. Use those 4 willow planks to make my crafting table. And now I'm going to use some sticks and this genus cobblestone that I have to make myself my first stone tools. So perfect, I now have my axe and I have my stone pickaxe. The next thing I'm going to do is put 2 of them together and then place a piece of flint above that, and that gives me a javelin. And what a javelin can do is, well, I think it's kind of obvious what a javelin can do, but just to demonstrate, you hold down right mouse button, let it go, and it throws itself, and then you can recollect it. So it does actually take damage if you just use it, but if you throw it, I believe it doesn't take any damage. But I believe that I'm about to get owned by 2 skeletons, and that's not cool. Running away. Hopefully. Most darn. Where'd I go? I didn't actually go very far from where I spawned, so I'm pretty sure it was just down this way. But I really want all that stuff back. Yep, there's my torches. There's my javelin. Yeah. Teach those skeletons a thing or two, that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully. Got his attention. Hopefully. I can just run away a little bit and then throw my javelin back at him. Come on, come out in the sun. Stop being a big wuss. I'm definitely getting him. Excellent. Okay, let's get all my stuff back, hopefully. Got a pretty full inventory, so I think that's all my stuff. Rain. Great. Now, part of the issue with rain is if I come over my campfire, the campfire is actually going to cool down really rapidly now to the point where it just goes out. And that's that is an issue with campfires. Gonna have to dig back a little bit further now. There we go. Had a bit of a cave in while I wasn't there, so that kind of thing does happen. What I really wanted to do is take my axe, take some wood. I wanted to make some planks, so I wanted to make something out of the planks. Now that I have the planks, I don't remember what it was I wanted to make. I just have no idea what I was going to make right now. That's not that important though. I've got my javelin, I've got my stone pickaxe. I can actually go down a little bit further now. Now, so cobblestone will also cause cave-ins and will also break. So if I was to dig here and then kind of dig my way up, depending on how far underneath I go and how wide I go, I could actually cause a cave-in with that as well. So the best way to actually do it is to start at the top and dig your way down. So what I'm finding just here is Gneiss cobblestone, and I've made myself a little list of what that means. Gneiss cobblestone is a metamorphic rock, and it can contain silver, or zinc, or lead, but that's it. And unfortunately, those are all materials that at this stage we can't use. It's arranged to put my fire out altogether. So what I'm going to do is just kind of head down a little bit. What I'm hoping is, because I'm only digging a one sort of channel setup, I'm really hoping that I will basically just be able to go straight down like this, and that I won't have too many problems. But one thing I am definitely going to do this time that I should have done earlier and hadn't done is I'm going to make myself some charcoal, because charcoal is the key to the next phase of the game, and charcoal actually takes a little while to make. So what you do is you start off by placing, by right clicking with logs down. It doesn't matter what kind of logs they are. So that's your wooden logs. And then the next thing you can do is you can go out one further than that. So that's my first pile of wood. Now what I'm supposed to do for each of these piles of wood is put 4 logs into it. So that one's got 4, that one's now got 4, whoops. Gonna do this one. It doesn't matter what kind of wood it is, they all work the same in terms of making charcoal, they all have the same chance. But last time when I made this, in my last quick video, I didn't actually fill any of these up, so by not filling them up, I was going to end up with basically no charcoal. That's obviously not even close to ideal. So now we need to throw a whole lot more in. You can obviously see that I'm going to need to actually cut down some more wood to make this a worthwhile endeavour. But now that I have my axe, cutting down wood is actually going to be quite easy for me. So there we go. So back to my willow tree here. How rude. And I should have actually broken some leaves and got a sapling first, but I just totally forgot about it. So keep it going. And then once I finish this, I've got to then add the next level on top. Getting very close to having this level full. And now one log away from having that level completely full. Oops, bug. It'd be nice if that bug just gave me a sapling. Darn it. Never mind. You're a willow tree. Aha, now I remember what I wanted to make. The first thing you make whenever you play Minecraft. A bed. Now I don't have to worry about sleeping through the night or anything like that. I mean, now I don't have to worry about, getting killed during the night. Or anything kind of bad happening to me during the night. Getting more sticks. Again, I don't want sticks. I want the sapling. Some more of these fast growing trees. Come on, just need one sapling, and I've got lots of leaves to work with, so the odds are in my favour. Lots of leaves I can't reach by the looks of things. Oh wow. I'm going to get a million sticks. A million sticks and no saplings. Oh, I must have got one, I didn't realised. So, tree back down. Back to picking up all my wood. Let's run up here and see how we're going. I wish this rain would just go away, 'cause that's a pain. Oh wow, you can actually stack them. Oh, how much charcoal do I want? Okay, I don't want that much charcoal. I mean, I do, but I can always redo this. I'm not super concerned about this, whether this effort really works or not right now, so a couple of sticks down there. I'll chuck a couple more sticks in, because you need at least a certain number of sticks. I've never tried lighting in the rain. There we go. And now we'll throw our 3 logs in. Now what I have to do is I have to cover this entire thing in dirt. Every single piece has to be covered in dirt, otherwise it won't make charcoal. So I kind of very briefly explained that in the last video, but now I've obviously got something that's bigger. So it's obviously going to be a little bit more difficult to just make sure that everything's completely covered up. And I've run out of dirt, but that's okay, because I now have a workbench and a shovel, and, sorry, I have a workbench and cobble, so I can make a shovel. Now something else is, depending on the hardness of the material that you're using, which in this case is the kind of cobblestone that I'm using, it will depend on what the durability is like. So by using that Guinness cobblestone, which is a metamorphic stone, it's not as hard as if I had something like basalt or granite that I was making my tools out of. So the tool is more likely to break more quickly than if I was using, I guess you'd call it, a good stone. But as long as it gives me enough to make what I want, I'm not super concerned. Actually, I might just, I want to fill those 2 up with good logs as well. Whoops. Hopefully I can get that back. Yeah, it looks like I did, so that's a good thing. And how are we doing here? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more than that. You know what? Impatience is really getting the better of me at the moment. How are we doing down there? I don't even know how my fire's going, because if your fire goes out or gets too cool, see, it's almost gone out. If it goes out or gets too cool before you actually get to the point where you finish making it, bad things happen. I don't want it to go out, and particularly with the rain on the open side of it like that, it is much more likely to go out. Ooh, ash. So ash is a good wood, I believe. So ash is medium burn length, medium high, and good growth speed as well. So ash is going to make for excellent. Why are we not working? Could be that you can't put different kinds of woods together like that. I don't actually know. I know you can, it just didn't like me for some reason. I'm going to put my last piece in the center there. Oop. Now if I cover this up, this should start to smoke. Can't honestly tell if it's smoking because of the rain, but hopefully that's smoking, and if it's smoking that means it's working. Thinking I'm actually going to put my bed down and just sleep for the night and hope this rain goes away. Nope. Really hoping that rain will disappear, because this is a pain. Oh, look at that. Sometimes you do get what you hope for. Okay, so see all that smoke starting to come up? That means there is charcoal in the making. Ooh, flowers are sprouting. So obviously charcoal in the making is a good thing. Now I'm going to make the next tool that I'm going to need, which is made like this. So it's a pick, but then you put a little bit off the back of it, and that's called a prospector's pick. And basically the way this works is you right click on a block and it searches a number of blocks around it to see if there's any ores or any materials that, well, it might find of interest. So to help kind of minimize these cave-ins, I'm just going to dig mostly down. Okay, we've hit something black looking there. Wonder what that is. That is basalt. So basalt is an igneous extrusive rock, which I believe are the hardest kind of rock. And there's lots of different things you can get from them. Unfortunately, tin, which is pretty much the ore that you need to start with in this, because it's the softest and it's the easiest to melt and the easiest to work with, it's unfortunately not part of this. I guess it's not what you would find in this particular area, but I can get my prospector's pick out and it says nothing. Now the way that works is it scans a big area, which is like 12 by 12 by like 12 high, with you kind of in the center of it. The only thing is, ores don't generally spawn very near the surface. They spawn quite a lot further down. So there's no real way for me to get around the fact that I have to go somewhere to get where I want to get. What I'm going to do is pause the video now, because it's been going for quite a while already. I'm going to try and make this around about a 45-minute video, but I just want to try and at least find something useful, or maybe even make some charcoal. Just do something before I end the video. So I will be back soon. Oop, there's my sapling I'm after. See, I will be back once I have achieved something. Okay, so I've dug quite a long way and not really found anything, although I've got a chipped sapphire and a chipped beryl. And basically the way you get those is each block you break, I won't break one there because that could cause a cave-in actually, each block you break has a random chance, even though it's a really tiny chance, of dropping one of these, depending on what kind of rock it is, instead of dropping a piece of cobblestone. The cool thing I just found though is if I right click now, it says I have found a large sample of hematite. Now hematite is an iron carrying ore, so somewhere in this vicinity is a large load of iron. So what I intend to do is basically dig this area out to try and find that iron. So you can see my prospector's pick has come in kind of handy. I've actually got my javelin here before because it became nighttime and I saw some creepers. Not totally sure if they saw me. I don't think that they did. Let's teach this guy a lesson. Excellent. Ah, okay. Obviously need to make something with all this wood. So here we go. It's a pity the chest doesn't come out green. That would be just awesome if that happened. Now let's put some of these materials in this chest and we will deal with them later. So you'll see that one of those things I just had there was a clay ball. I think I missed him. This whole spearfishing thing seems really easy on TV. So what you can do with those ink sacks is you can place the ink sacks into a crafting table and they create ink markings. Now those I'm not going to use for a little while, but I will show you how they get used later. You'll see also that I have some clay. This particular, you can see that there's two different kinds of dirt. There is regular dirt and then there is this kind of dirt. Now this kind of dirt here is clay rich soil. And now there's a random chance between 0 and 4, I think it is, clay balls that could appear for each piece of clay rich dirt that you break. So I've got 17 of them now, and what you use those for is to make clay molds. And what do you use clay molds for? Well, nothing for quite a while, but eventually I will be using those clay molds to make ingots. But my wheat farm is starting to get there. I've also created myself over this way just a little bit of a reed farm, because I figured I'm probably going to need that as well. I wish this thing would just finish cooking. It's taking absolutely forever. It said it should be 18 Minecraft hours. Now 18 Minecraft hours I figured should be about 15 minutes, but I think it's been way longer than that. Ah, yeah, I totally forgot what I was doing. Okay, back to what I was doing. Just run all the way back down here for no reason at all. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Okay, so we'll get some of this wood out. We'll get out the willow because I have lots of it. Now if you place a piece of, like an axe, with a piece of willow, you get a plank. But if you place it above 2, you get horizontal support beams. Now I'll make 2 lots of those. Now, and if you place it beside one, you get the same thing. But if you place it next to it, you get vertical support beams. Now what these beams do is, assuming you place them correctly, they create all the support you need to support blocks within a 4 radius of where they are, and they can extend out a certain distance. So basically what I'm going to do now is come in here, and I'm going to dig. Oop, prospector's pick wasn't working. Going to dig this out and hopefully not cause a cave-in on myself, because that can happen. Then I'm going to place a vertical support beam, and then I'm going to place 2 horizontal support beams, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Now this whole roof area is now basically supported by that little U-shaped piece of willow that's basically going to hold it all up. So that there is basically going to stop this particular area caving in, and now I should be able to, I guess with relative impunity, dig this out into a bit of a room beside it. Although I still prefer the idea of digging top to bottom. I think it's just a bit safer. And then hopefully once I start to dig this area out a little bit, I can get an idea of where that hematite is. So hopefully if I come over this way and click, you can see there's nothing of interest over that side, but over this side there's also nothing. Okay, straight ahead there's also nothing. Large sample of hematite. Okay, so it's down lower, which means I probably need to keep descending to get to it, but just for now anyway, I'm just going to dig this last bit out. And in case you're wondering, I am stalling just a tiny little bit, although I still think it is cool to show you how these support beams work. I haven't actually showed you how a cave-in works yet, but I promise you that will happen in good time. I'm gonna go back up and check. That should be nearly 2 Minecraft days, so it should absolutely be ready now. Although I have noticed that some of the guides you see online and some of the bits of the wiki and things like that are a little bit out of date, so they're not always exactly correct. There's a zombie. Hopefully I can sleep before he sees me. Perfect. Now your job is to be cooked. Still not done. Okay. Taking way longer than I thought it would. And you're probably not going to grow while you're up there, are you? Actually what I might demo now is showing what these bits of clay can do. So let's throw a piece of willow in to get it going, and then a piece of ash after that, and we'll fire it up. You can see the fire temperature's going up. Now hopefully it will be hot enough for these to cook. You might actually find that my combination of like ash and willow isn't sufficiently hot to cook ceramics. Because I know that certain combinations of wood like this actually have to get up to almost the white before they'll cook metal. So it could very well be that this will only reach hot and won't go any further. Why aren't you dropping more eggs? I'm keeping you alive so you can drop eggs. Oh, look at that, my first tree's grown. Very hot. Doesn't seem to be going past very hot though, which is a little bit of a bummer. That's still smoking. My wheat is growing slowly. It's up to very hot 4. So the next thing I'm going to need to make, oh sorry, I was testing something out of in my test world to do with whether I could cook certain things in that. This is the next thing that I'm going to want to make. It is a bellows. So I need 3 pieces of leather and a bunch of planks, and basically when you place that next to a fire you can click on it. Ah, there we go, 1 ceramic mold. That took a long time to cook. Just going to put that in there and leave that. Hopefully that'll work by itself. I don't remember killing all my squids, but they seem to have disappeared. Oh, never mind. Back down we go. Back into the depths of the world. This is all still not what I'm looking for. So I do think that I'm going to have to go down a bit further, and hopefully, if everything goes well, find a cave. The next thing that I was planning to show you while I'm in here, which I think I'll do just here, is demonstrate. Now you can't cook cobblestone in this to get smooth stone, and there are some recipes that need smooth stone. So the way that you get it is like this. You dig all of the rock away from a piece of rock like that, and then you dig behind it. And basically it's now no longer held on, so it pops off as a piece of smooth stone. So there was my first piece of smooth stone. I'm trying to work out how I want to light this up. Maybe for now that'll look symmetrical enough for me. So that's 1 piece of smooth stone I just collected then. And for the first recipe I want, I need an eye shape. So I need 7 pieces of smooth stone. So I figure it's not going to be too hard to break a little bit of this off here. And I'm actually wanting to test something out as well, because I think I should be able to do it like in sheets. So what I'm thinking is just dig this a little bit more, and then I know that I've gone over time, but I thought by now I absolutely would have had some charcoal. Not that charcoal does you any real good unless you've reached the next bit, which is the phase where you make metals, because without something that goes hotter than a pit, you can't actually cook charcoal anyway. So it's a kind of a, I guess it's like a planning for the future. Okay, here we go. So my plan now is to do like this, and then leave these 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces just there, and hopefully by knocking behind it I can knock them all off as one sheet. What I don't want to do is end up causing a cave-in where it all just kind of crumbles down and breaks down on me and I lose it all. So I'm gonna go like this and dig behind it. Hopefully not get myself killed here by having all the cobblestone fall on me. Cave-ins do happen though. I guess that's something you learn from real life, you know, cave-ins do happen. Okay, so now the only thing that should be holding these pieces up is the piece beside them, so fingers crossed, if I break that last one just there, we'll end up with I was going to say we should end up with 4 pieces coming down, but I have just completely run out again. This time I'm going to make myself... Oh, how are you doing? Totally forgot about that. I think I'm going to put them away because I don't think this one's going to get hot enough. Can't burn those. Can't burn sticks. Be interested to see if I can burn charcoal, but I don't think that I'll be able to. So there we have another stone pickaxe. Come on, charcoal. Oh my goodness. I think we have actually got there. Yes, we have. Okay, so you can tell that you've got there by the fact that there's now no wood inside. All the wood's gone. So we come in here, 45 pieces of charcoal. So all of that effort got me 45 charcoal. Almost seems like a bit of wasted effort, but it's in fact not, because that will become really, really important to later on. The other thing that I did notice is that these wheat seeds here actually have a different number than the regular Minecraft seeds. They're not just seeds, they are wheat seeds. And because they're wheat seeds, not regular seeds, bone meal doesn't work on them. So, there goes my plans of killing some skeletons. The other thing that I thought I should mention just before the video finishes is the darn it. Doesn't quite work that way. Never mind. Yeah, the whole, I guess, standard setup for Minecraft structures that spawn, like villages and those kind of things, I had not turned them off in my last game, which is part of the reason why I spawned this as well, because they actually recommend that you don't spawn them, because things like dungeon chests can give you items that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get, and can just generally kind of cause problems for you. So it's better to not have them than to have them and have them kind of ruin the balance of the game and actually ruin the fun of the game. So now I'm super hungry, and all I can see are sheep. I can hear a zombie though. Just really quickly, there we go, pig. Where'd my javelin go? Sit still, Mr. Pig. Nice. Thanks to Mr. Pig, I'm now going to be able to live another day. And once I cook up these pork chops, this will be the end of this episode. Actually, I still have to finish cooking my clay. So I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you want me to continue, because I think I'm going to continue doing bits and pieces of this sort of on and off camera. Again, hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you know anything about this mod pack, please let me know what you'd like me to do next, if that will help. If you don't know that much about the mod pack, check out the wiki for it. It tells you pretty much everything you need to know about it, and then if you can think of any suggestions, give me some ideas. I'm happy to check out whatever you guys think I should do. Astocky out.